Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Last time we started our base, we did a little bit of a walkthrough of the sort of new stuff since the last time, at least the last time I had played Oxygen Not Included, if not new to this version entirely. And then we started this base. We've named our characters after people who frequently chat in this stream. We have Peps, who is working on building, Phasian, who's mining, Sydney, who's researching, and Calodorn, who is cooking. This time, this stream, I plan on just continuing to expand the sort of inner base, and hopefully we'll get the ability to expand out into the other biomes. I did do some snooping. There are no chlorine vents on this map, so whatever I decide to do for a chlorine room is going to have to be a little bit creative. Or for a disinfection room, is going to have to be a little creative. We could steal some of this chlorine from some of these areas in the caustic biome, but it's not going to be much, so we'll have to be creative with that. We may just have to rely on suits a bit more, kind of race to get spacesuits and rely on those a bit more than I normally like to. Alright, so let's get these guys unpaused and let them get to building. Last time we did try to trap some of these shine bugs in these grow rooms, which didn't work all that well. I think it was Phasian suggested to expand, or to shift everything over that's here in this bedroom, and I'm going to do that. The only issue that I have with it is that this isn't going to be necessarily the permanent bedroom. Deconstruct this, but at least that way I can put a wall in here, a door in here, and we don't have to worry about hopefully it'll keep the shine bugs out. I'm just, instead of shifting over one tile, I'm just going to shift basically over by two. Do another flower pot in here. Hopefully that deters the shine bugs at least from coming into the bedroom some. Hopefully. I would like to spend a little bit of time kind of, I guess, centering my base would be the best way to word it, or aligning it a little bit better. Or aligning it toward the permanence, I should say. See, so this is Peps' bed. It is now going to be Peps' bed over there. Deconstruct this as well. I'd like to do rooms that are 16 by 4. That gives a 64 tile room. And that's kind of good for a lot of the room requirements. Let's see, the room overlay. Here it is. So, like, the washroom, maximum size 64. Latrine, 64. Bedroom, 64. And that's actually a bedroom now that we put the door up, which is good. Actually, it's a barracks, not a bedroom. But a lot of these have Great Hall being an exception, and hospital being an exception. Power plant, greenhouse. But a lot of, like, the living area rooms. Ooh, nature reserve. And park. We'll have to see how those work, but because those are new since last time I played. But a lot of the rooms that are kind of, with the exception of the Great Hall, a lot of the sort of inner base rooms, like the living area type rooms, are all maximum size of 64. Having a plan that's laid out on a 4x16 works really well. I'm going to put these in here, even though I can't technically build them yet. Probably gonna end up just uprooting these bristle blossoms because they're not gonna be that good. They're not gonna really grow. The only way to get them to grow is to trap a shine bug right next to them, and it's really tough to do that. All right, colony achievement earned. This is new. So we earned something. The ones we earned don't even make any sense. We haven't constructed a building outside of the initial starting biome. And we definitely haven't had duplicates travel by transit tube. So I'm not sure why those popped up. I mean, I did open that old game, but it says this colony, so I'm not sure. Might be a bug. Could be a bug. Probably a bug. So we got a little bit more decoration, which I will start to use. I also just noticed that I built this in the wrong spot. Oh, gone. Not that one. At least not yet. So the next research we want Sydney to work on is... I keep scrolling my mouse wheel. The previous version of this screen, you scroll the mouse wheel to scroll it up and down, and everything fit. Or actually everything didn't fit, but there was no zoom functionality. I think internal combustion can be our next. This one will be soon. This one will definitely be soon. Or should we do this one first? I think we should do this one first. Because I want to get to this deodorizer pretty soon. Because we already are having some decent amount of polluted oxygen here. And I would like to combat that as best I can. Alrighty, so it is break time. It's the end of the day. They're just about ready to go to bed. Can put another flower pot in here. We don't have anybody who can really sculpt yet, so I'm not going to put a sculpting block down. We could do some molding, but once the ceiling is built, I'll do that. And a pedestal could be useful to display something on. Hanging pots we could do. Instead of doing the flower pots, we can do hanging pots or wall pots. But until we have somebody with some creativity skills, I'm not going to. No, let's do priorities. For right now, decorating, no one really has any decorating skills to speak of. Actually, any. So I'm not going to give anybody a job of that at this point. Oh good, you are going to do some of it. Excellent. So we could put some molding in up here. We could also work on this ceiling. I want to figure out where I want to put my outer wall. And I think maybe this block column right here is okay. I want to get it as close to, potentially as close to this slime biome as possible. I don't necessarily want to leave, or to not leave a block here to separate the slime from the wall, but I might have to. I need to count. So when I usually do a base, I do rooms that are 16 by 4, as mentioned before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. So this would be the 16th inner block. So then I would need to have a wall here. And then I like to have my inner base ladder shaft be 3 tiles. That'd be 1, 2, 3. And we'll get into why that is in a little bit. And then a wall here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is the inner there. Or the innermost of the base, so a wall here. And then another 16 without any space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then a wall here. That cuts a little bit into this caustic biome that's a little bit warm. But as we get to these lower levels, I usually tend to round off a little bit and not make it be quite as square. And the same thing, we actually have a decent chunk of dirt biome over here. So I'll probably put like my spacesuit dock and stuff up in this area since it extends out a bit. And that'll be much, much better. So, I think that'll be okay. If I add it, if I move, I mean, I could move it over one more since this is a caustic biome here. I could move it over one more tile entirely and have a spacer here where I don't have to worry about The slime eating away at the wall, that's probably best. So let's do that. Let's draw a line right here. This will be my outer wall of my base. Stop there. I'm not sure how far to go exactly, but definitely at least that far down. It's fine to eat into a little bit of the caustic biome, but it gets fairly hot fairly fast. Like you can see down here, it's almost 45 degrees Celsius. But up here it's only 30, which isn't too bad. And 30 degrees on the heat meter puts you just above warm. So I'm okay with that because we can handle that perhaps with some cooling. And this could just be a corner that I don't end up using as the inside of my base. I'm not too worried about it at this point. Let her in there. Oh, we need more farm tiles. Food, farm tile. Is growing yet? Good. Oh, these must have harvested. Oh, excellent. So the first two harvested. And they're regrowing, and we don't want them to regrow because we want to use the farm tiles as opposed to the planter boxes because they grow a little bit faster. We need to... Yeah, we need to make some mush bars. Make 10 of those. Calidorn can cook some dirt. Alright, research completed on that. Let's do the decontamination. Oh, we can. I want to build the thing first, the supercomputer. So while we're building the supercomputer, they can go ahead and work on internal combustion. Station supercomputer. Oh, that's the skill scrubber. So this is a new building, the skill scrubber. That allows you to reset the skill tree for a duplicate. Not going to do that, obviously, at this point. Fortunately, this is going to have to move some. Just go ahead and start it off. Shift it as far to the left as we can. And maybe we'll have to move it. Alrighty, plant mealwood. Copy. Somebody come down here and plant those. Oh, Wandable. Thanks for the host. Gonna dig this up. We'll put a floor in here. You just picked bristleberry. Dig those up. We'll let the mealwoods grow a little bit longer. As long as this shine bug sticks around here, that would be nice. I can put in a couple of ceiling/floor tiles right there. Also eat away at this floor since there's nothing growing. I'm just finished. Got that right now. Need to increase the priority of the outhouses to like 7. That makes sure that the duplicates get out there and clean that up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Phasian, what are you complaining about now? Food poisoning. Yeah, it's the polluted... Ooh, what's up here? Floral scent. I really want to understand what this is. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Because it's in the diseases, so that is implying that it's a bad thing. But in my mind, fluorescent isn't necessarily a bad thing, so I'm not sure what it is. And of course, the database doesn't give me a whole lot of information. Suppose I could Google it. But I won't. I'll see if it actually negatively affects anybody. But Phasians just got food poisoning a little bit. So I might actually need to work on the medical stuff here. Oh, that's new too. Showing your current errands. What your to-do list looks like. Interesting. Alrighty, so the food poisoning says he's just gonna recover on his own in 1.2 cycles. It just means by germ-covered muckroot. So you get for eating muckroot. Yeah, I was wondering about pollen allergies. But yeah, you're right, it could be a mood thing, like a positive mood thing. Either way, we'll have to kind of have to see. Still have we don't have any mealwood seeds left. That's why these aren't planting yet. So somebody needs to come down here and harvest this. There goes our research for power. Almost 3/4 done. Oh, and also, welcome to the stream, Phasian. Came to see your namesake hopefully not die. Not that they could really plant anything there yet, but we'll go with it anyway. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16. That was kind of creepy perfect right there. So there's going to actually be a wall right here where this ladder is. And then a 3 space gap, and then another wall. So I actually placed this supercomputer in a good spot. But we'll have to readjust where these 3 items are. Dig some of these up, because they're not going to grow. Once that mealwood finishes growing, we'll dig that up as well, and let it replant down here in the farm tiles. Shinebug just wants to annoy me by sticking over there instead of coming over here where the bristle blossoms are. I suppose it doesn't really matter because this one too, because they're not gonna grow. Not. Well, if I had to bet, I would say Peps. Oh, they did do an upgrade. I saw an update yesterday, so some of this stuff's been moved around, and maybe that's some of the stuff that's new. Ooh, we could get a hatchling. Get a care package of muckroot. Look at our 2 duplicates first, though. So, this would be a good general purpose helping out type of person. Except for the cooking part. But they do have iron gut, so that's good. I don't really feel like having irritable bowel. Yeah, I worded that perfectly. Operation would be okay for running in the hamster wheel, but who cares at this point? The doctoring would be good if anybody got anything more than food poisoning. But right now, that's pretty much all they can get, unless that floral scent gives them allergies or something. This Nesbit likes to punch people to show her affection. Everyone's too afraid of her to tell her it hurts. I have the perfect person to name this one after. She will love this. Mark the time. We'll have to tell her to come and watch this so that she can punch me to tell me that later. Alright, so we will welcome in Alnilana to our little community here. I need to make a bed for her. I should have just planted the plant way over there to begin with. That would have been the smart thing to do. Furniture, flower pot. Then we need furniture and a cot. I guess I could use the sort of the blueprinter or the picker tool here. I always forget about it. Always. It was added probably in QOL1, and I completely forgot that it existed. Ooh, skill points earned. All right, Caledorn got another skill point. We did some... We got the research done, and Lana has a skill point. So let's go to the skills first. Lana, let's see. What do you like? You like researching, like cooking, but I think I'm going to... You know what? Let's put you into tidying, because you seem to like cleaning for some reason. And then Caledorn can do some more cooking. He has a little bit more to the cuisine. And I'm assuming allows us to... for the food to come out better. Get to wear the little workman's hat, Lana. Put some priority on this cot build. Make sure that it gets built. Peps, what are you doing? Where's Peps? Alright, good. Build away, Peps. You'll claim that when it becomes the end of the day anyway, but might as well assign it. Somebody finish growing. Not yet, they're getting close. Alrighty, let's see what else we can do. We don't really need to do... We don't have wood. I don't think at all. We don't have any biomes that give us trees in this world. But the coal generator we'll need to use eventually. Oh, we need to start the new research, which I will start as... Where'd it go? Down here. Here. Decontamination. The other thing is the carbon skimmer. It uses a lot of water, so I won't use it yet, but it is useful for kind of keeping the balance of your base. If you can't get rid of enough carbon dioxide in your base, these do a good job of cleaning it out. And then we'll need the mechanized airlock at some point just for speed in passing through airlocks at the edge of our base. Alright, so it looks like all of our oxalite that's inside of our base already is gone. There is one piece up here in this gap we haven't tapped into yet, and it looks like we need to deal with the oxygen. So let's put in another algae terrarium, maybe here, because they're going to be needed for producing oxygen. Yeah, so we should be producing 180 kilograms, and we only produced 24 last cycle, so we definitely need to produce more oxygen. That out. Crazy kind of thing is the oxygen is, well, it's actually not fairly rich up here anymore, but we definitely need more oxygen because we are producing way too much carbon dioxide. Does the oxygen diffuser, either of them consume carbon dioxide? No. Maybe we actually need another one of these. I don't want to put it where I'm going to move the elevator shaft or the ladder shaft into. Sydney earned a skill point. Alrighty, Sydney. I don't see why not to give you the field research. That'll let you go out and look at the what are they called? The geysers, and do an analysis on them so we can understand how good they work. I eventually do want everyone to pick up the tidying and the supplying skills. Because that's just good for general, okay, you don't have anything else to do, come and do this stuff kind of thing. You like the particular dupe? Does she have some good emotes, or... What's Sydney's low oxygen? Yeah, we just need to produce more oxygen. Right, so Peps, you need to get on building this first thing in the morning. Maybe this will be a good room to dump my polluted oxygen into, or my polluted water into. It's kind of over here in the corner. Could be a good place. Okay, I was like, Phasian, did you get yourself stuck again? I didn't think you could on top of a pile of 2, but you've done more crazy stuff. So, you never know. I'm gonna go ahead and put farm tiles in the rest of this room. This will just be our farm room. Oh, the hair's got, yeah, the hair has some uniqueness to it. The kind of the, whatever that's called, the flaring out of the... Yeah, Sneaky's a fun one to have. It's just a good name. I can't remember what was the other name you really liked for some of the default dupe names. You had another another one that you used to always repeat on your playthroughs. Somebody else got a skill point. Phasian got a skill point. Excellent. Alrighty, Phasian, you might as well get into more digging. I probably won't go to the 3rd tier in any of the skills. Yeah, I don't remember either. My memory's horrible for those kinds of things, so it doesn't surprise me that I don't remember. But still. Give Phasian some more work to do here, digging out holes. I think I want to put in... Wait, where's my wall going to be? I lost count again already. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wall, space, ladder, space, wall. Right here. That's convenient. Alrighty, so I'm going to put wall tiles in right here. We'll let Pep complain about the cold and the water. But that way I don't forget to do this later and burn myself. Ironically burn myself with having the digging in from the other side and then leaking water all over the place. That would be bad. Are we producing enough oxygen yet? No, we are not. I think I just need to dig out some stuff down here and let the carbon dioxide sink some. We're definitely not producing enough pressure. And I'm probably going to end up having to build a oxygen diffuser. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it. Ugh. Where do I want to put this thing? I guess we can put it in here in this room. Build a floor here. Everybody's still growing. Yeah, they're almost done now. And that's going to need some power. Alright, we found some hatchling eggs. I want to start digging this stuff out and leveling this room off a little bit. I'm probably going to... where do I want to cut this off? That's the challenge, is where do I want to cut... Let's see what we have for spacing. 1, 2, 3... Or maybe a floor here. I think that's okay. Put a floor in across this line here. That really doesn't cut into that biome at all. Keeps everything below 30, which is in the warm zone. But this is going to be a giant polluted water tank anyway. So I'm not that bothered by it. Here, muck root. Okay, good. Might as well dig up these muck roots. Or that one will get dug up anyway, but... and we should round this corner off so that somebody doesn't get stuck there, Phasian. Oh, is that just a photo guide of what the different dupes look like? Yeah. I think the names are... Aren't the names randomly assigned within... I don't know. I don't know how it works. Oh yeah, they are sorted kind of by gender. The ones that are mostly female, the ones that are primarily male, and then the ones that kind of could be male or female. Yeah. Interesting. There may be some gray area there between those two, but between those three, I suppose. But it's pretty good. Take out some more of this copper. No, I dug that out too fast. Peps isn't going to be able to get to it. Is there anything growing there still? No? Good. I'm going to leave this here until I can build this floor, though, because this is still a room. Yes, it is. And there, even though it's got some rougher tiles, some natural tiles in it, it still gives them a little bit of morale because it's a room. I want to keep it that way. Alrighty, you have finished the deodorizer. Excellent. So, let's put some deodorizers in. They are here. I'm gonna put one down here next to the bathroom stuff, or two of them maybe there. And then one should go somewhere in here for now. Probably one in here. Looks like I also need an airflow tile. Right here. Alright, let's see what other kind of research we can look at. This from this zoom to this zoom seems a little too much. I'd like to have an intermediary one there. Token Scotsman in the game, yeah. That is true. Stinky is Scotty. Alrighty, is there anything else we don't focus on? We should probably do that just in case somebody does get something worse than food poisoning, or if we want the food poisoning to end sooner. And then maybe I'll go into this brute force refinement. That would be a good idea. Probably should just finish up the rest of the basic researches. We have plenty of water, so I'm not worried about running out of water yet. Oxygen's definitely more of a concern. At least this diffuser now is chugging away. That's good. can be deleted now. This can be deleted now. That can be deleted. Increase the priority a little bit on those just so they go out of there. Complaining about oxygen? Probably. Is the air flowing a little bit better here now? I'm silly for trapping that in a room. Probably the latter. Maybe I should put another one in up here. We're going to very soon not be producing enough power reasonably. We're already using 240, 240, 480. Yeah, we're using more than this thing can produce already if we're using everything at one time. Well, oh, we're really again. The battery, oh yeah, the battery. So if we're using everything, then the battery definitely has to do its work. We got a skill point. Pep's got a skill point. Good, because I think he was one behind everyone else. Still. Might as well do the second one of that. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll do the first two. And then maybe I'll give them an alternate skill to work on. Like, specifically carrying and tidying, or supplying and tidying. Just so that they have some of these skills, because having some extra strength is not a bad thing. And that for them being able to carry helps the whole base. But I like to try and give everyone those skills if I can. I should just dig this out. Let's just dig this out and not bother with digging the plants. Let's just dig the dirt out from underneath them, or in this case the algae out from underneath them. Still having oxygen issues. I should probably put in some more airflow tiles where I have doors, just to make sure that air is flowing well. Who and what? Whatever it was brief. It would stay there if it was an issue. Okay. Narcolepsy's fine. Creativity would be good. We could start decorating. Science and construction we don't necessarily need, but I'd be okay with that. The mill would be okay to do, but there are a lot of sleepers, so no. I think perhaps having the creativity would be good. I want to see who's next on the list of people to name people after. This is Ruby, but it does look like if this, especially if this chart that Phasian linked be believed, Ruby looks to be more, I guess, gender neutral would be the way to work it. So it's kind of a female name, but a gender neutral character. Let's see, who else is high on the list? Frequent chatters, Phasian, Sydney, Peps, Lana. Looks like it'll be Roadster is also next, pretty high on the list. Let's make Roadster a duplicate. Ready. Germ resistance will be good, and creativity will be good. Roadster immediately comes in with a skill point. And that skill point is going to go into Art Fundamentals, which gives Roadster the ability to produce artwork using the blank canvas and the large sculpting blocks. Gives crude artwork quality and +2 to the creativity. So that's, there's no hat for artist. Oh, okay. It just didn't update up there for some reason. Alrighty, so they get to wear a artistic hat. They lose. Yeah, okay. So, finish building that across. Waiting on this to finish growing, that to finish growing. Run, Phasian, run. Alrighty, so Roadster needs some stuff to decorate. I think morale was fine. Peps is even. Phasian, you have 4 out of the 3 needed. Yeah, everyone else is good. Peps is the only one who's even on morale, so so you're all doing pretty good, but we can go ahead and do some decorating at least. But we can't put that up yet. Rotate. Nope. I forgot. Rotate is not R in this game. It's O for, I don't know, orientate? Is that what it was? All right, it's got to be a suffocation warning that is happening just as they are coming out of the carbon dioxide, I would assume. I can do 2. Apothecary is done. Right. Rotate, yes. Rotate. Here. Need smart home yet, but soon, I guess. Guess maybe we'll do air systems. Oh, brute force refinement. We did want to have that soonish, because we'll want to start smashing some rocks. We'll need to make some refined copper kind of soon, I think. Ooh, a mirth leaf. Happy, happy, joy, joy. We're still good on food. We've completely eaten all of our nutrient bars now. And we have a decent amount of lice loaf. Check my storage again. Okay, good. Everything's still getting stored. Make sure there's not anything crazy going into... Oh, polluted dirt should not be going into storage. Settings. None fell out. It should be prioritizing over here anyway. And I should actually increase the priority of the compost pile so that they flip it. Peps up too. Peps, where are you? Oh, you are doing stuff and things. Oh, you're building. Alrighty. Kind of want these built. We'll do a 6 on those, just so you get them built a little bit sooner. Small amounts of polluted dirt soon. That sounds like fun. We got an apothecary. That's for producing medicine. I'm not going to build it yet. I'm also not going to build a triage cot yet. I will eventually establish a medical room someplace. But for now, fine. You can delete that. You can just build underneath it. Clear out that room. You're still growing, and you're still growing. Do this then. Oh, refined items? Yeah. Yep. That's why I want to just deal with it now. Or, well, soon. Sometimes they don't get this. It says unreachable dig, but there's no reason why they can't get to it. I don't know. Okay. How's our oxygen look? So the oxygen is not coming up here very well. Need to put in some airflow tiles in the floors so the oxygen can flow upward. Oh. Yeah, actually, let's take that out and put an airflow tile in there, too. Good job, Caledorn. Building walls, floors, and stuff, and things. I'd like to dig under here. Dig down here and get this squared away. Bummer that we left some copper and some coal down there, but it's kind of trivial amounts. Yeah, the central shaft's coming. I need to expand. Need to move some stuff. Like the whole room for cooking and research and stuff. That's what the room below is going to actually be for. Hey, Lana. Guess who came into the game a little while ago? You are, where's the bio? Yes. This Alna Lana likes to punch people to show her affection. Everyone's too afraid of her to tell her it hurts. I figured you'd enjoy that. Alrighty. So this ladder, actually, we'll wait. Peps needs to finish building, or somebody needs to finish building this floor, and then I want to sweep this whole thing up. I thought you might enjoy it. I couldn't help myself. We have that research done. What other of the second tier stuff? I guess we could just do this second tier stuff. Get it all done. That'll also save us on power because then we're not using the big 120, well, not big, but 120 watts we need for supercomputer. We're just using the 60 for the regular computer. Right now, Caledorn's the one using most of our power whenever he's cooking. Look at the priorities. I forgot to set priorities for Lana, who is doing... Wait, do we set it as... Is it tidying? I forgot already. On it. It is tidying. No, priorities. So I'm going to put Lana in charge of tidying and supplying, because supplying also uses strength. And then Roadster is doing decorating, so I'll prioritize that. And then otherwise, I think it was construction? Yes. So we'll put a building as a lesser priority there, just so that he has a secondary task to do. And we'll go ahead and mark all this junk for sweeping. Anybody who doesn't already have another task to do can come down here and sweep. Hopefully. Bristle Blossom, I think you've lost your way. Okay, so I want to rebuild or move some of this stuff around. I already forgot where my count was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So the wall goes where the ladder is. And then we have 1, 2, 3 for the shaft, and then a wall here, where this is. Alright, so that's easy enough to remember. This wall lines up with that, the other wall lines up with the ladder. So I want to move probably these 3 tables into this room. Stations. Station. And we'll do a jumbo battery while we're at it. Go ahead and deconstruct that battery and its wire. So good thing we have Roadster on secondary building, because doing a lot of building in the next few minutes. I think I want to move the food, or keep the food in this area, because we have the ration box down here. Ooh, look at the oxygen now. Man, did that make a difference. Wow, much better. I mean, it's still a nightmare over here where the toilets are, but they're only going to be there for a moment at a time, so it's okay, I guess. How are we doing on the sweeping tasks? Not very fast, but it's also very low priority. Because the way this... No, tiding's high priority. Huh. Just takes time. I mean, they can only carry so much because their strength is low. So they probably can only pick up one item at a time. Okay, thank you, Sydney, for cleaning the terrarium. I'm gonna let these bristle blossoms keep growing as long as the shine bug sticks around. Spent a decent chunk of their day in their room, so I'm gonna put some... I wonder if I should do this in granite. What granite do we have? We have 20 tons of granite. I'm gonna do this decoration stuff in granite. I'll actually deconstruct that one and put a new one in. Because granite's got a 20% decor bonus, whereas sandstone only has 10%. So having decor items done in granite for otate, having decor items done in granite is a good thing, because it gives them a little bit more of a decor bonus. And actually, I shouldn't have even put that one in. I have to tear it down again, because we need to move this wall over and make this room bigger. Hold on. Okay, so now I can deconstruct this. And we can deconstruct this wheel. Anybody look sick? Caladorn sick. Caladorn has food poisoning. From eating germ-covered lice loaf. Caladorn, you cooked the lice loaf. All 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Wait, I lost count. 3. Isn't there a... Yes. Forgot about this. Okay, that's my 16 by 4 room. So right here goes tile. I think right there. By 4. Excellent. So I need to dig this out the rest of the way to here. This will be my new doorway right here. We gotta reach all that or not. They can stand on these stoops here and kind of reach those. Electrolyzer, rusty oxidizers are both finished. Mouse, or the arrows now. Okay. Phasing some more digging to do. I think maybe it wouldn't be a bad plan to just have Phasian dig this panel out as well. We can actually take this bluff prior out of here. Who cares? Put a ladder in right here just so we can get up to this millwood when it's time. I wish these would still show like what percentage they're done even when they're not growing. I mean, you can see as the shine bug gets a little bit closer, it shows it briefly. Yeah, they're not doing too bad. The shine bug would just stick around. We'd be better off. Then he was taking a little narcoleptic nap there, I'm assuming. Is he narcoleptic? I forgot already. Yep, allergic reaction germs. I'll bet you that's the floral scent stuff. So yeah, so the floral scent is allergies, which is interesting. Nice. We're at 6. Wait, we're at 6 duplicate. Who doesn't have a? Huh. We forgot to give Roadster a bed. He's been doing all the decorating. We forgot to give him a cot. Let's do that. I think I'm gonna probably pass on a duplicate this time, unless there's a really, really good one. Maybe choose the care package. Yeah, I don't think either of these are significantly good. So we might as well just choose the coal. Move on with our game. At this point, speaking of which, Calendar, I need to make some more mush bars. At this point, we're not really producing a ton of food, so I don't want to overwhelm. Could have been putting in airflow tiles here. That was a little dumb of me. Doesn't waste materials. That's the interesting thing about this game. Yep, got coal in my stocking. Is when you deconstruct something, you get back 100% of the materials. You don't actually lose anything. So it's not a big deal to build something wrong and then rebuild it. You're only really losing the time that they spent building it and carrying the items and whatnot. I think I'll put some storage in down here. I can take this out now. Didn't really matter, I guess. I think I'll move the storage down. Be a lot of hauling. But then I can do the cooking up here. Move it to this side of the room. And I forgot, I disconnected my power. Wire, yep. The other things that I usually keep out of the main storage is things like slime, because slime will taint anything that comes in contact with it. Also, bleach stone, because it emits chlorine. I'll put that in my chlorine room, actually. And what's the other thing that I keep out of my main storage? I forget now. Construct that, and then we'll have to just sweep it. This will be the new site for the ladder right here, so of course I built this deodorizer right in where the ladder is supposed to go. Finish the research for gas filter and liquid filter. Guess this is the last. No, we got one more. Tier 2 research, and then move on to just the tier 3s. Put a new ladder in. Put airflow tiles here. Bit of floor tiles. Go now. Doesn't really hurt, I guess, but they can go now. Sleep, my little duplicants, sleep. I, of course, do want to shift all the beds over by one tile. Which Phasian did suggest at the end of the last stream, and I didn't do. But I will do it soon. Once I give Peps and Roadster a little bit less to work on. Once they finish the central ladder shaft here, I think it'll be a good time. This can be deleted. Yeah, they can't reach it. Alrighty. Now they will be able to. Phasian, something else to do there. I don't know if Peps or Roadster are able to go down into the water that deep or not, but they'll eventually get to it. As the water gets lower, they'll be able to go deeper or down, further down the ladder, because the water won't be as deep. Like this entire piece, like all of this. Put some tiles in here though, because they won't be able to jump that 2-tile gap. Somebody will get stuck. Phasian. Close. Sure the room is the right size. Okay, so I need to move my cooking over here. Clean this out a little bit. Put a sweep task on this just so that they move some of that stuff. Not super critical, but would like it moved. Let's put an electric grill in. And a new microbe musher. We need to do a full sweep and a mop of the whole base. The stuff laying on the ground will upset everyone. Let's give everyone a bit higher priority in tidying. For now. I mean, they'll still do their main tasks here. Probably. Sydney should still be doing research. Caladorn should still be doing cooking and whatnot. But the next thing they'll do is tidying. So if you look at the morale overlay, which I forget, I used to have all these, the decor overlay I should say. I used to have all these kind of memorized, like knew which F function key they were on, but not anymore. I'll memorize them again as I play through this, but this is ugly down here, but I don't care that much. I want to build a water tank down here. Open tank like these for the polluted water to get dumped. We won't actually work on pumping it out or anything yet, but it'll just be a thing. Let's take these off. Actually, deconstruct that one. Make this one forever. We'll make... You have some omelets, or an omelet we can make. Gristleberry is a +1 quality. Omelet is +2. I really don't want to do +2s yet. I'd rather just save up the eggs. We could do the mush fries. We don't have that many gristleberry. We're only gonna be able to make 2 of these, so probably don't want to get them rolling on it. We can make more mush bars now because we can turn them into a 0 from a -1 just by frying them. Look at consumables again. Show up yet? Fried mush. Stuff doesn't show up yet. Ooh, that did eventually finish. Just tear it out from the bottom here. Actually, we might as well square that room off. Yeah, they actually are able. Okay. I wanted to make sure they were going to be able to deconstruct this from this other ladder, but they are able to. But I think I want to just put in a wall here, where this was. And then we'll put in a bottle emptier, which is in plumbing. Orientate. Here. Then we'll put airflow tiles. Put that on an airflow tile. And what that'll do is we'll turn this to... We're not going to turn it on yet. We're going to make this bottle emptier take polluted water. And that'll turn this whole room here into a giant polluted water tank. But we need to clean this up first. Oh, skill points available. Lana earned a skill point. Awesome. So, do plumbing. You'll get 2 more strength for learning how to do plumbing. There, and you can go there. Holding. Downloading. Alrighty, so we're coming into the night cycle now. For tomorrow, I will build. I will rip up all these cots and shift them to the right or the left, either way, by one. Oh, yeah. That kind of like was like a cabbie hat or something like that, or like a. I mean, the implication is it's a janitor's hat, but I couldn't exactly tell. It's like a like a like a chimney sweep hat or something like that. What's that? What kind of hat is that called? But yeah, it's kind of a cool hat for that job. All right, we're gonna need to hire a farmer pretty soon. Ideally, we'd find a farmer / rancher, but that's probably asking too much. And I also want to put some molding in these other permanent rooms. Right, so everyone's out of bed. Delete the beds. Furniture. Popped. So I like to do seven beds per room. That gets me kind of up to 14 duplicants very easily with 2 rooms. And then once we get the larger beds later in the game and we're making plastic, yeah, the researcher hat is just perfect. But once we're making plastic and can make the bigger beds, then I do 3 of those per room, I think it is. And I end up with like 5 bedrooms. At least for now, this is good. I'm going to plant the mirth leaf. Because we might as well. Let's also plant some more stuff. And here's our duplicate option. Okay, irritable, no. Mouth breather, no. Alright, well, we're not going to take any of these duplicates anyway. But we could have a snazzy suit. Usually those come a little bit later in the game. We don't even have the ability to make those textiles yet. So who wants the snazzy suit? Daisy or Lana? Which one of you guys want to win the fight for the snazzy suit? Well, we know Lana's just gonna punch somebody, so we'll let Lana win the fight for the snazzy suit. What room bonus? No rooms. Barracks gets the barracks. The snazzy suit gives a bonus to morale. So everywhere you go, now if we can find you, go. There you are. You can see the little green cloud moving wherever you run. Just by you being you and wearing the suit, you are improving the morale of everybody around you. And yourself, obviously. Yeah, it's still 64, still 16 by 4, which is sort of the perfect size. All right, who didn't take a bed already? Lana. Oh, nobody has. Just Lana. They'll claim them. They're all free. It is the icon or the coloring just got messed up somehow. So they'll claim their cots when it's time to sleep tonight. Yeah, I know we didn't consume 325 kilograms of oxygen. There's something awry with that measure this time around. But it's okay, because we have plenty of oxygen here. We need to get the power running again, but they're all just focused on cleaning right now. Why didn't... Well, I guess they're sweeping a little bit of this. Let's cancel the sweeps up here for now, and only clean the parts of the base they're really occupying. And let this kind of just flow. And so even though this ration box is in this hole filled largely with carbon dioxide, they're able to, since they're able to reach it from pretty high up on the ladder using their little magic gun, they don't really have a suffocation issue either. Uh-oh, toilets are out of order. This could get messy. Sevens. I think it's just because I have other priorities set on. Put these back to standard. Nope, I did the wrong one. Very high. Lighting back to normal. Oh, wait, this is supposed to be... I think I had this just in high. Let's see. There they are, go cleaning the toilets out now. Yeah, it's gross. Oh, yep, somebody made a mess. Sydney! Mop it up. I know, don't walk through it. Mop it up. I knew that's going to happen when both toilets were out of order at the same time. That's dangerous. Solid or not cooking. Nothing to attack, so killer should be cooking. Oh, because there was no power. That's why. That is an interesting fact, Mana. Very interesting. Alright, so Calidorn is frying up some mush fries. And then he needs to work on some lice loaf because we have a bunch of lice loaf, or meal lice coming in. Ooh, skill points earned. Calidorn. And we finished that research. Skills, Calidorn. So Calidorn already has 2 cooking skills. I think at this point, either tidying or carrying are appropriate. He doesn't have any other interests. But I think just giving him skills in tidying or carrying so he gets the strength skill makes sense. So maybe supplying, because that also gives increased carrying capacity. Yeah, that's true. Easy is good. I can get behind that logic. Although the messy is logic that usually puts most people off. Everyone's still good on morale. Under the dupe in the skills window. Oh. Yeah, so they have 6 bars of morale and they only need 4. Yeah. And yeah, so this also tells you that it goes up when they take another skill. So when I gave Calidorn that additional skill, his morale need went up. But morale also might have went up. So yeah, that's true. I forgot about that that issue. It's that if you increase their skills too fast, then they can actually lose morale. But that's really cool. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, bugs are a problem for a lot of people. That is true. So this hatch down here is going to drown once we start filling in the fluids. Phasium. All right, so we can look a little bit more at that now. So you have a morale of 5, and you need 3. You have both of the digging skills now. You happen to like carrying, and that's good because you're going to get carrying. That increases your morale need by 1, but also increases your morale by 1. So that's handy. So we're going to give you carrying. Right. Yeah, so they demand more amenities, or they demand more morale triggering stuff, but then they also sometimes get morale boosts just by being them. By being those skills, or taking those skills. Fortunately, we have some, like we can put the water cooler in some place. We can set up a mess hall somewhere. So there's some things we can do to improve their morale really fast if we need to. But at this point, we don't need to. Alright, so Sydney, we don't need you to do astronomy yet, so there's no point in going to the third one. Even though you would get an additional morale point for that, let's put you in tidying, just to kind of vary it up with the folks that are in carrying. So that way we have kind of 2 and 2. And then at some point you could become the backup cook as well. We'll put you here for now. That gave you a little bit of a boost to your morale need, but also to your morale. Come on, keep sweeping. Maybe they can't get down here. Maybe there's too much carbon dioxide. This might be unreachable. It doesn't say unreachable. Doesn't it usually say unreachable when it's unreachable? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a sweep with a higher priority on it and see. So we could look at what other rooms we could do. Oh, we need to do some research. Forgot to add the research in. Ice E fan. Heater. Insulated tiles would be nice to build the borders of my base out of, but for right now it's okay. I want to have some igneous rock before I do that anyway. The fluid tank I'm building on the right is for fluted water. One of the things I want to do sometime soon is find this one eventually, this HVAC that has the gas reservoir We'll want that at some point. Also want the fluid reservoir at some point. Oh, we forgot one. We forgot sanitation. Sanitation, just to get it out of the way. Goals. I don't know why you're complaining about long commutes. It's probably just because you're too slow. Your athletic skills are too slow. Yeah, so once they get this cleaned out... Alright, so at least some of it is... Yeah, so Lana got all the way to the floor. So they should be able to get all the way down there to pick this stuff up eventually. And we might just have to end up killing this hatch. Or it'll drown anyway. Because we can't wrangle yet. We don't have anybody to wrangle yet. Alright, Roadster got a skill. You're going to get +1, and you're going to need +2. So that should be fine. So now you can do mediocre art. Excellent. We should do some art, actually. That would be good. Or maybe some sculpting blocks. Be good. Pretty well morale. So they're spending a lot of time. Be over here by the bathrooms. Could put some sculpting blocks in here by the bathrooms to improve the morale of the toilet. Good. Lana is expeditiously cleaning up the floor of the polluted water tank. Monster noms. What's that? And what else is new? Yeah, we'll need the rock granulator pretty soon, but we need to start making some refined stuff out of refined metal. That's why these are all gray here, because they require refined metals. So like some of the hand sanitizer requires bleach stone, which we haven't gotten to yet, but there is some of it. I thought there was some of it. I guess there's not some of it up here. You'll oftentimes find it where there's chlorine gas. No, it's in the other biome, isn't it? Still didn't catch what that says. Diamond up here all the way? This must be one of those geodes. There's copper ore and diamond. Usually you only see diamond in the oil biome. You're not seeing bleach stone. Oh, here it is. Right here. So this is bleach stone. It emits chlorine, so I'm actually going to want to mine a bunch of it, put it into a storage wherever I put my decontamination room. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That was you saw me looking for some place in here to put a sculpture. And it's food time, and then nighttime. I think maybe down here under the water tank is where I'll put my coal power. I don't know how far Peps or Roadster are going to be able to reach for that, but it'll be okay. I'll eventually want to drain both of these water tanks, or these water, whatever you call them, deposits, down and put them into here. Have my clean water be down here, but for now, this is my water, my clean water. But I think building a floor here under this as far as I can go, and then digging it out, and putting in a coal plant, just one coal generator here. This produces 600 watts. The wheel only produces 400 watts, and somebody has to stand in it. We're currently needing up to 4,300, 540, 720. So technically one of these isn't enough, but that's assuming we're using everything at once. And I'll eventually build a second one too. Oh, wow. You guys actually Yeah, if you wouldn't have run out of air, perhaps you would have gotten that. So let's actually keep going then. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. I only need one tile open at the end there. Block. Alright, Roadster, how'd you do? Mediocre. Excellent. What he should be doing, right? Mediocre, yeah. As opposed to crude. Oh, we did two of them there. That's right. So now if we look at our morale, or decor, it's slightly less bad. Especially out here. But over here, it's just going to stay bad because these rooms are horrible. The debris is not helping, but the outhouses are 18 each. The compost is minus 18 each. Minus 18. So there's just so much horribleness over here. I think once we get the debris cleaned up, it'll be better. But you know what? Let's go ahead and attack and kill this hatch because he's gonna die as soon as we start dumping too much water in there anyway. So he turns into a chunk of meat, which is kind of amusing. We'll be able to make barbecue out of that later once we do more cooking research. Ooh. Alrighty. So, I don't know what a pokey shell is. Poke shell. Pacifist is fine. Gastrophobia would be fine. We don't really need that though. This would be great, but the bottomless stomach is not great. But I guess we can probably tolerate now a little bit more food consumption. So maybe we will go with Bert. Who is next on our list of names? Catherine. Alrighty, so Catherine is going to be our farmer. She has a skill point to spend on farming. I think there's still 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's still one bed. This one. That's good. What are we doing on oxygen? Pretty good. Right now it's mostly just a power issue. We can dig this out now though. We can put in... We should put in a wall. I don't think I want an airflow tile here. I think I want an airlock here as opposed to a pneumatic door. Because that'll keep some of the heat from this coal generator in. Sorry, my home phone is ringing. Give me just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes, you will have to do your Ernie impression. Hi, Stoof. Welcome to the stream. This is Oxygen Not Included. This is a Terra style world. We're in the launch update. So we have different worlds to choose from, but I just chose for right now the default Terra style. Uh oh, we're low on food. We need some food. Aren't you? Why are you not cooked, Caladorn? Because of power. Alrighty. We may have an issue fairly soon. So this is... Yeah, I could put my... That's great idea. I'll put my map string, the world seed here, in a command for next time. But if you want to grab it real quick, you could. I basically just paged through until I found some of the world attributes that I liked, and then I went with this world, and we'll see where it takes us. I'm not sure. I did nose around and look what kind of geysers were in this world, and it may not have exactly the blend of geysers that I'd like to have, but it doesn't mean we won't be able to handle it okay. We need to get this stuff built pretty fast. Let's go to the sub-priorities here. Build our power, except not the door. Sooner rather than later. Oh, we got more junk down here in the meantime. The fallen. Need to do some more research here. Oh, what else? What should we do next? Any thoughts on what to do next? We don't really need this. We don't have the stuff to make the canvas yet, so we can't make this stuff either. Go soon, but not too soon. This wouldn't be bad to do. Need these soon, but not too soon. Need these anytime soon. Can't do those yet either. Well, it'll be fun to put a fire pole in. I'm not going to do it yet. Don't need that yet. Smart battery would be good to have. Maybe I'll do that one instead first. These aren't gonna happen anytime soon. We could do the agriculture. We'll do the smart battery, and then we can do whatever we had selected down here. The temperature modulation. So I'm going to set up, maybe that's another good use for this room, the rock granulator. Rock granulator. Come in down here. That way we kind of, because this also produces some heat, so that way we kind of stick it down here where it's far enough away from the base. Alright, so we got a skill point. That would be Peps. Just an oxygen generation again. That seems like an anomaly. Keep an eye on it. Peps, you're definitely not going to get building 3 because that'll put your morale need over the morale you have. Probably just do another supplying and tidying type of thing now. I think that makes sense. Alrighty, we have cleaned out this room. So we can enable the polluted water. And we can start dumping some of this polluted water from various places around the base into this bottle emptier and into this polluted water tank. I think I have... Oh, no, I need like the Atmos sensors and stuff for the SPOM. And yeah, you're right, I should work toward the SPOM sooner rather than later. Okay, good. Now that we have coal generator going, I'm going to put it at 6. And I'm going to kick Roadster off of this wheel. Don't need it anymore. Did I make these? I made these out of sandstone. Doggone it. Well, we're going to replace them eventually anyway, so they'll be fine. But I should have made these out of granite. Yeah, I can make those out of granite. I need to pay more attention to that. Yeah, because that would have boosted the decor out here a little bit better. Alrighty, well, we've done quite a bit today. Been about an hour and 45 minutes, and we got a decent amount of expansion done here. And I think this is a good place to end for right now. I'm not sure when I'll come back to this. Maybe, what's today? Friday? Friday? Yeah. I may come back to it later tonight. I may also do some tomorrow night. I'll just have to see how the days go. Definitely won't be during the day tomorrow, though. I appreciate everybody coming, though, and livening up the chat. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks. Bye.